Hey there, thanks for tuning in. This is Jeff and Ashley with the ALTP. So, there's been a lot of buzz recently about a couple of intriguing developments that may have some major implications for what many call the alien question.
Absolutely. And it feels like we're seeing breadcrumbs fall into place one after the other. From domain registrations by the government to cryptic congressman warnings, it's hard not to feel like something big might be brewing. Let's get into it.
Let's start with that bombshell from mid-March, shall we? The government officially registered Aliens.gov and Alien.gov. Now, this wasn't registered by some random agency. This was done by the GSA, the General Services Administration. And correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the GSA the department that handles public info campaigns?
You're spot on. Typically, when the GSA registers domains, it signals a preparation for rolling out something they want the public to know about, like Medicare expansions, vaccine campaigns, or other large initiatives. But in this case, the choice of words alien rather than UAP is eyebrow-raising. It's a departure from the language we've seen, given how the Pentagon has been avoiding that term in recent years.
Exactly. And this whole Alien.gov registration feels more direct, doesn't it? Almost as if they're moving past the ambiguity surrounding phenomena and framing the narrative in a way that acknowledges what people have long speculated aliens may be involved.
Here's the thing, though. Why now? What's changed that makes them suddenly pivot to this language? Could it be that the sightings have reached a tipping point in terms of public awareness or sheer volume?
Speaking of sightings, let's talk about Missouri. March 2026 was packed with reports of strange, wingless orbs hovering over rural Missouri and parts of Nevada's test ranges. Witnesses described them as eerily silent, with no rotor sounds, and maneuvering like nothing in human manufacturing.
Right. And Representative Eric Burleson, who represents Missouri's 7th District, went on record recently to talk about classified footage of these objects. He alluded to them having no visible propulsion systems. Now, we've heard terms like propulsionless before, haven't we? But Burleson's comments add weight, given his access to classified resources.
What's so fascinating is how consistent these incidents are with what UFO researchers have been documenting for decades. Objects defying physics as we understand it, hovering perfectly and darting away at high speeds. Missouri's history with UFOs is rich, but these new sightings, they're starting to feel impossible to brush off.
And isn't it curious how these orbs are concentrating over rural areas instead of urban ones? Perhaps they think sparse populations minimize public scrutiny, or maybe there's something strategic, maybe testing related, about those locations.
Now, on to another chilling piece of this puzzle. Rep. Tim Burchett's recent warning about classified briefings. He said, "If the public saw what I saw, they wouldn't be able to sleep at night." I mean, that's a bold statement, isn't it?
It sure is. And Burchett's been vocal about transparency. He's called out the Pentagon before for stonewalling Congress on UFO disclosures. So when a congressman like him says something this strong, it implies these briefings weren't just run-of-the-mill military reports, but something extraordinary.
The timing of Burchett's comments also correlates strangely with NUFORC's March data. The National UFO Reporting Center logged a record-breaking 187 new sightings in March 2026 alone. That's significant because people are clearly noticing something, and lawmakers are clearly seeing classified data that goes beyond the public's observations.
I'd love to know what exactly Burchett saw that was so unsettling. Was it evidence of alien hardware, photos of unworldly beings, or maybe the definitive proof we've been waiting for? Whatever it is, it certainly seems like disclosure is less about if and increasingly about when.
So here's the million-dollar question. Could all these factors, domains, the Missouri sightings, classified briefings point toward an impending controlled disclosure? Something that the government might be prepping us for?
I think controlled disclosure is plausible. It's no secret that public interest in UFOs has skyrocketed in recent years, thanks to military videos showing encounters with tic-tac objects and congressional hearings acknowledging UAPs. Perhaps the government has realized it can no longer keep the hardware these sightings under wraps.
Right, and technology is a key factor here. With smartphones in everyone's hands and high-resolution cameras everywhere, it's nearly impossible to keep evidence hidden. If orbs like the ones in Missouri are spotted every other day, sooner or later, keeping a lid on full-scale disclosure becomes near impossible.
Which is why the idea of a controlled narrative makes sense. Instead of denying outright or keeping things ambiguous, maybe signaling terms like alien is their way of easing the public into deeper revelations over time. Of course, there's always skepticism with government timing. Why now? And why the sudden pivot?
Well, this sure feels like the start of something bigger. Whether it's controlled disclosure or just the government reacting to escalating sightings, these developments undeniably hint at a shift in how UFOs and potentially aliens are being handled on the public stage.
Totally. There's so much to keep an eye on, from Missouri's sightings to Rep. Burchett's warnings. And if Aliens.gov launches soon with groundbreaking info, well, we might be looking at a new reality unfolding before our very eyes. That's it for today. Please follow us for more info on this story and other breaking news. Facebook.com @ALTP, X @_ALTP with 2 E's, and Instagram @_ALTP, the American Liberty and Transparency Project. God's truth, our liberty, our republic. Thanks for listening.